think is really important is called great friends versus life friends. And, so I don't know if it was like when you and I worked together or like when I heard like there's friends for a season, a reason, and a lifetime. But
I feel like that was on a pillow or a blanket your grandma gave you. Like
something like
you
that.
said it a lot.
Yeah. And because I lost a lot of friends, well, first of all, I talked about this in the week of wild honey on my Instagram post, but like, because my mom ran daycares, I always had kids around me, but I don't know that I always had like, like I had like one or two best friends on my block. That's who you'd like just like knock on their door. And then, because, I switched schools a lot when I was younger, I actually had to make new friends often. And then by the time I got to high school, I had friends. Like if you're listening to this and you were like, we had lunch together, they were all lovely people, but I almost felt like, are we all just hanging out? Cause we're just hanging, like no one was calling me, inviting me out to do anything. And I didn't feel like I could invite them out. So it was like, we're like lunch mates. And so I just feel like if you're someone who has not had friends forever, it's okay. Cause there's great friends, like great moments of time with people. And then there's some like you and I came in, like, there's like, we talked about this on our episode, like episode 19, everyone, we kind of like came in and then there was time apart and then they came in, there's time apart. And like a life friend can be like that because there's life happening.
Yeah. Yeah. And you are definitely not the person that I met. And we've grown apart and we've grown back together. And it's very interesting because there's so much focus on romantic relationships and how people grow apart or grow back together or whatever, but we don't focus on friendships. And those should have just as much of a focus of a relationship as romantic ones do. And yeah, you build these life friendships and, like ride or die is one of those hot things to say right now. Like, and you are definitely one of my ride or dies. Like you are completely across the country from me, but I feel like if I called you and I was having a life crisis, you would be like, okay, give me a day, give me 24 hours. I'm hopping on a plane and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And
same for you. I agree. Yeah. And I think that some people think the ride or dies have to be in your life all the time. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't actually think a ride or die is like that. That's just like, that's a character of someone who loves you no matter what. And I think you're right. I love that you brought this up. There's so many books and movies about romantic relationships and how they bud together, but there's so few of like, how does a friendship become a friendship? And like, is it okay to just like text every week and then everyone's gonna have a phone call? Yeah, that is the yes, by the way. The answer is yes. So I think it's like, important for people to just explore, like, it's okay if you had a great friend and it may not be over forever, but maybe the chapter is closed there. And then there's the life friends, the people who, come in and out, or maybe they're there every single week. I hope that for you, Brad has those people, but the fact that you and I have been pretty good at slingshotting each other for 21 years, I mean, they should have to, our friendship needs a drink.
Our friendship is legal enough to drink.
Woo!
Cheers.
Cheers.